The Moon is Earth's only natural satellite. It orbits around our planet at an average distance of about 384,400 kilometers, 238,900 miles. The Moon is about 4.5 billion years old, roughly the same age as the Earth. The Moon's diameter is about 3,474 kilometers, 2,159 miles, making it about one-fourth the size of Earth. It is the fifth largest moon in the solar system. The Moon has a relatively thin atmosphere called an exosphere. It consists of various gases, including helium, neon, and hydrogen, but it is extremely tenuous and lacks the ability to retain an atmosphere like Earth does. The Moon's surface is covered with craters, mountains, valleys, and plains. The craters were formed by the impact of asteroids and comets over millions of years. The Moon experiences phases due to its orbit around the Earth. These phases, such as full moon, half moon, and new moon, are a result of the relative positions of the Moon, Earth, and the Sun. The Moon has a gravitational pull about 1/6 of Earth's gravity. This lower gravity allows astronauts to leap higher and objects to weigh less on the lunar surface. The Moon lacks liquid water on its surface, but scientists have discovered evidence of frozen water in permanently shadowed regions near the poles. The Moon's rotation is tidally locked with Earth, meaning the same side of the Moon always faces Earth. The side that faces away from Earth is often referred to as the dark side of the Moon, although it also receives sunlight. The Moon has been visited by humans during the Apollo missions from 1969 to 1972. The first human to set foot on the Moon was Neil Armstrong on July 20, 1969, during the Apollo 11 mission. The Moon's surface temperature can vary significantly. During the lunar day, temperatures can reach up to 127 degrees Celsius, 261 degrees Fahrenheit, while during the lunar night, temperatures can drop to 173 degrees Celsius, 280 degrees Fahrenheit. The Moon has no global magnetic field. However, certain regions on the Moon's surface have localized magnetic fields, which were likely formed by ancient volcanic activity. The Moon's gravity influences Earth's tides. The gravitational pull of the Moon causes tides on our planet, with high tides occurring on the side of the Earth facing the Moon and on the opposite side. The Moon has a relatively thin layer of dust and loose soil called regolith, which was formed by the accumulation of micrometeorite impacts over millions of years. The Moon has no significant atmosphere or weather. Due to the lack of atmosphere, the Moon's surface is exposed to space, resulting in extreme temperature variations and an absence of weather phenomena like clouds or storms. The Moon is gradually moving away from Earth. This phenomenon, known as lunar recession, occurs at a rate of about 3.8 centimeters, 1.5 inches, per year. It is primarily caused by tidal forces between Earth and the Moon. The Moon has been extensively studied by various robotic missions. Besides the Apollo missions, several space agencies, including NASA, the European Space Agency, ESA, and the China National Space Administration, CNSA, have sent spacecraft to orbit, land on, or crash into the Moon to gather scientific data. The Moon has a relatively thin crust compared to Earth, averaging about 50 kilometers, 31 miles, in depth. Below the crust, there is a partially molten layer called the mantle. The Moon has no direct influence on human sleep patterns or behavior, despite the popular belief in the concept of the lunar effect. Scientific studies have failed to find any significant correlation between the phases of the Moon and human behavior. The Moon is an object of cultural and mythological significance in many societies around the world. It has inspired countless works of art, literature, and music, and it continues to captivate and intrigue people of all ages.